Always a treat to see a daytime ball game here, Fenway Park in Boston, Mass. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Colorado Rockies and the Boston Red Sox. It'll be fun watching these two swing it all series long. First pitch is next. Eduardo Rodriguez will be on the mound for the series opener. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, in his last start, ended up taking the loss. Didn't go deep, only threw 5 innings, so hopefully he can get into the 7th or 8th in this one. DJ LeMahieu strides forward, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
For Colorado, second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
First of 3 here to start the week as the game's first pitch is taken for strike 1. Eric Karros, this Red Sox ball club, entering play here tonight. It was another loss last time out, and this portion of the schedule has not done him any favors as they've dropped 5 of their last 7.
And I think it's just going to be a matter of putting yesterday behind you. It wasn't their finest performance of the year, that's for sure, but they're capable of playing much better ball, and I think we'll see a sharper focus here in this one.
Center fielder, Charlie Blackmon.
Charlie Blackmon will dig in now, knowing he'll need to turn it on here down the stretch if he wants a chance at claiming that batting title.
Well, this is a guy who is in the conversation for that batting title, but he's hitting under 300 over his last 10 games.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. In there, strike 1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. That's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Now the 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal at all.
This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Betts moving to his left, and that's the first out of the inning. And a chance now to check out the visiting Colorado Rockies. EK, any thoughts?
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on DJ LeMahieu. He's having a really nice season with the bat, sporting a slugging percentage over 500, so there's a good chance he'll have some sort of impact offensively in this one.
Carlos Gonzalez will get his first opportunity here, currently leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories.
Boy, just an amazing season he's had so far, and he's in the top 5 in average. Maybe he can get enough hits to push himself into that #1 spot.
Smoke the other way, high and deep to left. Ranging back is Bradley, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
Boy, he didn't miss a home run by a whole lot that time. You'll see this ball hits right up near the top of that 37-foot monster out there. So he'll have to settle for just 2 bases.
Nolan Arenado will come forward now and in an early RBI spot. And he's the right guy to have up there as he currently sits in 5th place in the National League runs batted in category.
Well, and I think that's what you're going to hope for from those corner infielders. Typically, those are your big boys that you want to drive the ball all over the yard and bring those Ducks home.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Hit hard on the ground to third. Sandoval has it. Only play will be to first as we'll see our first run score here as this is a 1-0 ball game.
Just a simple ground ball right here, but that's going to do the trick. And that puts our first run on the board here on the RBI ground out.
Ben Paulson will stand in now, and he's an imposing figure up there, currently 7th in the National League in home runs.
Well, and that's exactly what you want from your corner infielders. You got to love having those big boys down the lines that drive the ball out of the yard.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Around third, Gonzalez heading home. The run scores from second. It's a 2-0 ball game. And he will pull into second with an RBI double.
Well, they are definitely not having any trouble seeing this guy so far. A second runs in to score on the double. It's 2-0 now already, and he's already putting his guys in catch-up mode here in the first inning.
Jose Reyes will dig in now, knowing he'll need to turn it on here down the stretch if he wants a chance at claiming that batting title.
Well, he's second in the league in hitting right now, so we'll see what kind of finish he can put on.
Liner towards second, but this is right to Pedroia, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. It's the Rockies 2 and the Red Sox nothing. Jordan Lyles gets the start for Colorado in this one. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, not a big strikeout pitcher here on the mound, so expect to see a lot of balls put in play, defense being very involved. Should be fun to watch.
Xander Bogaerts comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the
Leading
first.
off for the Red Sox, the shortstop, number 72, Xander Bogaerts.
And that's in there for strike 1. EK, as we take a look at the Rockies starting play here tonight. They're on a great run of late as they come in winners of 7 of their last 9 games.
Not only that, but they've got a 2-0 lead here already, so this offense is really providing a big spark for their pitching staff.
Lyles gets the sign. Here he comes 0-1. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Yeah, quick hole here right off the bat, and that's not how you want to start when you're already chasing a couple runs.
And with a big pitch here, he'll step off and rethink things. Tough fastball that time, but he hangs with it to stay alive. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And here's a fastball on 0-2, but it misses. 1-2 now. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Smoked on the ground left side. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
Just amazing what this guy's done with the bat this year. I mean, even when he's in a 2-strike hole, he still finds a way to come through.
Jackie Bradley Jr. will stand in, and he was among the many who failed to record a base hit in the loss yesterday.
Well, he had a little bit of a rough one yesterday, but this is a guy they're counting on. He's driven in 9 runs over his last 10 games.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Now time to list the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Jerry Hillsdale.
Well, Matt, Hillsdale gets pretty favorable reviews from all parties. I think some pitchers wish he'd give a little more on the corners, but he's usually right more often than they are.
Goes the other way, and this is in the air out to left. Parra moves over. He's got it 1 away. Now a chance here from Fenway to take a look at John Farrell's starting lineup card. Who are you focused on, EK?
Well, one thing's for sure. They love what Mookie Betts brings to this offense. He's reached the 20 steals mark on the year, and that speed he showcases can really cause problems for a defense. It's always fun to watch him when he's on base.
First offering on its way. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. here's a fastball in for strike one. 91 miles an hour that time. Oh, that one deflects off him. I think it got his arm. No chance to make the play. Let's just hope he's okay on the mound. And this has to be a big concern here. This ball came back and got him right in the pitching arm. And that is something you just never want to see. You can see him trying to work this one off. And from all appearances, I think they're going to let him continue. So that at least is a good sign. Travis Shaw will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike one.
Pretty cool right there. You know, it's so important in a tough spot to get that first pitch strike over, and he's able to jump ahead.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Tap foul at home plate. Change up, and he ain't buying it. 1-2.
Still now on 1-2, you don't have to make the perfect pitch out there. The count is still well in your favor on the mound.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Runners are at first and second with one away. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're two down. With a moment now, let's bring in a look at how the Rockies will line up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, somebody you don't want to test in this outfield, the left fielder. He's got a very good arm, very aggressive, charges balls extremely well, and covers a lot of ground.
Dustin Pedroia will stand in, and as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against the southpaws than he does against right-handers. Trying to escape unscathed here in the first. Chop foul at the plate, strike one. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two.
And that's the pitch he needs to get working here in this first inning. You can solve a few problems here if that pitch comes around.
Two down, runners at first and second. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this. Gerardo Parra will come forward now, back in the lineup here after getting yesterday afternoon off. Into the windup and the pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Hit high and deep to right center. Back goes Betts. Still going back. Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. It's a solo home run there for Gerardo Parra. Number 13 for him on the year. And the Rockies have now taken a 3-0 lead.
About the only silver lining to this one from a defensive point of view is it came with the bases empty leading off an inning. You can survive it when this guy's hitting solo shots, but if he's doing this with 2 or 3 men on base, well, then things can really get out of hand in a hurry.
Brandon Geyer will stand in now, and as you can easily tell from the splits, he's really struggled away from home. hit hard towards center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
And when you see a guy rip one like this, one pitch after the previous guy left the yard, you know you're dealing with a pitcher whose mind is elsewhere. That'll snap you back to reality, though, pretty quick.
Tom Murphy steps in now, just hoping for something to go his way. And as you can see, that has not been the case in recent days. Dustin Garneau will come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out.
13, Dustin Garneau.
Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball one.
You can tell a lot about how effective this guy is going to be when guys are swinging at that changeup. So far in this one, they've been real smart to let it go.
And he'll snap one over to first. And the runner will get back standing. Nobody out, runner on first. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
And you know, the problem with his slider, and it almost sounds stupid to say it, but sometimes it can literally move too much. I mean, it's a great pitch, don't get me wrong. But here, look at how far this thing runs in. That's a pitch that can be hard to control at times, and here it winds up costing him.
DJ LeMahieu will stand in. He singled to lead off the ball game and later came around to score the game's first run.
Yeah, a lot of guys are trying to pull everything when they get up to the plate. He went the opposite way, really paid off for him.
Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in two that time. Foul. Hit hard to the right, and that'll slice just foul at the last moment. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. First and second here with nobody out. This is line to left. That's in there. Base hit. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
Now the pitching coach is going to come in and have a word with him. And in the second inning, once he makes sure he's okay physically, he'll be saying, hey, look, let's put all that's just happened behind us and focus on the task at hand.
Charlie Blackmon strides forward with the bases juiced now, and a big hit here could really put this one out of reach early on.
Hey, and you ever heard the term smell blood? That means you have to be like a shark and attack when the other guy's bleeding. That's a great chance for them to take a commanding lead right now.
And here's a fastball called for strike one.
You cannot let this situation get any worse. You got to be thinking strikeout or ground ball. Even if you allow one run to score in this inning, that would be a major victory.
Lifted into center field. Betts is there. One out. The relay throw, and no chance there. He'll make it to third safely.
Yeah, probably a little bit of a sigh of relief out there on the pitching mound there. With a run in, the bases loaded, nobody out. You're just looking to get an out or two any way you can. So I think the sacrifice fly is a pretty good trade-off that you can live with right now.
Runners at the corners here with one gone in the inning. And standing in, the right fielder Carlos Gonzalez. A changeup floats outside here for ball one.
And these guys already have one home run here in the inning, and now you get to the real power guys here. So you need to be careful.
Runners are at first and third, one away. And this is on the ground to first. Could be two. The second for one. On to first. Not in time as the umpire was right there to make the call.
Oh, and he nearly got that double play he needed to get himself out of the inning. But you see the good hard slide here at second base and the return throw just a little too late. So that'll be scored a fielder's choice and an RBI.
Here's Nolan Arenado as he gets under the first pitch and sends a fly ball out to right field. Will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a man left. On now to the bottom of the second. Rockies lead this one 5-0. Dustin Garneau will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out.
Now catching, number 13, Dustin Garneau.
Pablo Sandoval will dig in now. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest.
Well, he's had 7 RBIs in his last 10 games, so he is producing runs, and he had another good one yesterday.
Lyles is ready. Here's the first pitch. First pitch is a slider down low. It's 1-0. Chop foul right at home plate. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2. Very weakly on the ground. Garneau is up with it and taken in out there for the first out.
Batting 7th, right fielder, Rusney Castillo.
Rusney Castillo will stand in, hoping for a reversal of fortune here as he's seen that average drop precipitously these past 10 ball games. First pitch coming. Here it is. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
Skied into straightaway right. And Gonzalez will put this one away for route number 2.
And you start to get to the point in the year where you say, look, this guy's pitched a lot of innings so far this year. I wouldn't be surprised to see these guys back off his workload a bit here in this final month.
Blake Swihart gets his first chance here, looking to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. First delivery to him on the way. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2.
Boy, I think it's time to start being a decision maker up there. Either take it or leave it. But that's twice in a row he's gone halfway.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Red Sox. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Ben Paulson is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
Well, guys, they jumped out to that big lead early on in this game, but you really can't get comfortable. You have to keep putting pressure on.
And a strike called at the letters. Looked high to me, but it's 0-1.
Now, after a rough couple of innings, you'd like to give your guy a chance to straighten himself out here, but I also think you got to keep your options open in case he just doesn't have it.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now. Smoke toward the hole. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard.
This has got to be a bit of a concern. I mean, he wasn't too sharp his last time out. And he's not fooling anybody right now. Just not pitching at a level he's capable of. I mean, that's the bottom line.
Jose Reyes stands in for the second time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
To short, hit hard. Gloved by Bogarts. Pedroia on to first, a double play.
Well, that's the absolute definition of a pitcher's pitch right here, especially in a double play situation. I mean, not only is this pitch down, I don't even think it's in the strike zone, and that's an easy double play.
In is Gerardo Parra. As he swings at the first pitch and lifts a fly ball out to left field. Bradley is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Rockies are down quietly as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Brock Holt digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. Right back, and this is off the second base bag, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
And this is something they've worked on in the batting cage, taking some of the movement out of his swing. Much more compact now, and he's seeing some definite results.
Xander Bogarts will stand in. He singled to lead off the home first.
It's always big when you get your leadoff guy on to start a game like that, because that just wakes up the whole team from the very beginning.
And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike 1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Lyles comes set. Here's the 1-1. Down the first baseline. Oh, and he takes his eye off it there as it goes right past him into right. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
And even with our score where it is, I mean, this game is not over. You know, if they can chip away, maybe get a run or 2 here, they can get right back in this ball game before you know it.
At the plate, Jackie Bradley Jr. He flew out in his last at-bat. There's a fastball missing down and away for a ball, 1-0.
And this is a big spot right here. You've got to get something out of this, even if it's just a run or 2.
None out, runners at first and second. Ripped down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
Another base hit right there. Their 3rd hit in a row, and now the bases are loaded here with still nobody out.
Mookie Betts strides forward with the bases loaded, and a big hit here could at least get him a little closer in this one.
Yeah, and with a deficit this large, you just got to chip away when you get those opportunities. It's early here, so there's still time.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Grounded back up the middle. A step on the bag for 1. But they will not get them both as he beats out the back end and drives home the run from third.
He kind of got stuck in an in-between position right here. I don't think he quite knew whether to flip it or step on the bag and take it himself. So he does get the sure out, but no shot at the double play.
Travis Shaw is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
And this is a big-time strikeout situation right here, so they're going to be shooting for the same result, no doubt about it.
First pitch on its way. There's a fastball missing down and away for a ball, 1-0. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
Here he comes on 2-0. Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0. Green light here on 3-0.
Yeah, I want my run producers swinging the bat. If it's my number 7 hitter, probably not.
Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
Yeah, he needed that one to avoid loading the bases, but it's still a long road back from here.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And he misses with it, ball 4. So that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
Well, we knew he had to work carefully with the runner in scoring position, but I don't think a walk was what he had in mind. That's going to make things just a little trickier now with the bases loaded.
Dustin Pedroia has a chance here to put his guys right back in this one. Bases are loaded.
Yeah, and a ball deep into the gap could tie it, and of course a long ball would flip this script entirely.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Even though you're down 4, you don't need to get them all back in one swing. Just think line drive.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Here's the 1-1. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
Now with 2 strikes, he can put the ground ball on the back burner and really go after the strikeout here.
Trying to strike him out for the second time. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Bases are loaded with only one out. And another foul ball. Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And this is where he gets so tough. He's seen everything you've got, but you've still got to make one more good pitch to get him out.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third.
Oh, if there was ever a time for a strikeout, that was it. The bases remain loaded with 2 away now, so if they can get out of this with only 1 run scoring, that'd be quite a comeback.
Striding forward now for the Sox, Pablo Sandoval. And he does so with 2 gone in the inning, but with the bases loaded. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1.
Yeah, you know, when a pitcher gets into a little bit of a jam out there, you can bet he's going with his best stuff. So we may see a heavy dose of that slider right now.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Rocket to third, right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. Brandon Geyer is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
The designated hitter, Brandon Geyer.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball 1.
And even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
And he lays off here as well. It's 2-0 now to the Colorado right fielder.
And another good hitter's count to work with here. They've been able to sit back and just really tee off on him.
Hot shot to third. There's Sandoval. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
The catcher, number 13, Dustin Garneau.
Digging in to try it again. Dustin Garneau. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up.
And he knows there was no real intention to hit him right there, but that doesn't make you feel any better to get hit. And he'll be looking to get some revenge right here.
Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1. 5-1 our score as we play the 4th here. Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Gone. Over the monster for a home run. A solo shot here to left. Number 11 for him on the season, and it's now a 6-1 ball game.
Well, this is the chance you take when you work up in the zone like this. I mean, this is right in his happy zone, and he jumps all over it and sends it right over the wall.
And now the Red Sox will get a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but sometimes when you don't have it, you don't have it. It looks like this is going to be one of those times.
Bullet back up the middle. Again, a nice clean base hit, his 3rd of the game.
Boy, I'll tell you, these are the scary ones for a pitcher. This is going to give you a pretty good angle right here because this ball is hit so hard, and it's just about right at him. I mean, there's no time to do anything out there. And he's pretty lucky that one didn't get him because it would have taken his head off.
Charlie Blackmon will stand in for the third time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Here comes the first pitch. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Gotta say, it's amazing to me that they've decided to leave this guy out there after the pounding that he's taken so far.
I think the fans have to be saying, what do we got to do to get a reliever in here? Enough of this already.
He pulls this one into right, but he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning ends. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean smoked. But he ends up with nothing, and his average is going to go down.
Here's Carlos Gonzalez, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
Shot toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And this will kick up against the wall near the Red Sox bullpen. Around third and being waved on home. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Gotta like your chances when you put up 7 runs early in a ball game. They are off to a hot start, no doubt about it.
Here comes the Red Sox manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. So he'll depart here tonight, and these fans will not be terribly appreciative, I don't imagine, as he was pretty much dreadful in this one. Roenis Elias is going to come on and make an appearance here, though I suspect even he couldn't have predicted he'd be taking over in just the 4th inning. Nolan Arenado will be his first assignment upon entering, as he'll bat with the runner in scoring position here and 2 away. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
That's a ball.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. For Gonzalez, he's run his doubles total up to 43 now following that last 2-base hit. Called strike at the knees, 1-1. Now here's a line drive, but it's going to go right into the glove of the shortstop Bogaerts. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. Rockies lead it 7-1. Rusney Castillo will come forward now to start the inning, and with his guys down 6 in the early going, they're going to need to put something together here or risk being blown out.
Yeah, and I think the big thing here is you've got to come up with something, even if it's just 1 run. You got to let those guys over there know that you haven't given up and that you're going to fight them until the last out.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
And that guy right there is the beneficiary of all these early runs. He's got to be the happiest guy in the ballpark.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Lyle steps into his windup. Here it is on 0-2. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
And you know, it's pretty safe to say that anytime you give a guy 7 runs of support here in the first half of a ball game, he's probably going to be okay out there. And he gets the first out of this inning here.
Blake Swihart comes to the plate looking to put the ball in play. He went down on strikes last time.
Well, it was a good changeup that got him last time, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to work that off-speed stuff right back into their game plan here.
First pitch of the at-bat. And this is taken outside for ball one. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Here's the 1-2 delivery. This is skied into short left center. Parra has a beat on it. Makes the play, and there are two gone now.
Now batting, designated hitter.
And these two teams right back at it tomorrow night. We'll have coverage of game 2 of the series in high definition on the show as you get a look there at the two starters scheduled to oppose one another. Brock Holt strides in after getting a base hit and later scoring the first time around. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike one.
Anytime you can throw a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters you've faced or better than that, then you should get pretty good results. And we're in the middle innings in this game, so that's pretty good.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger.
Oh, and even though that's not intentional, as a hitter, you still hate to see that ball up around your eyes.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. 2 out, nobody on. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right, and that'll get down for a base hit. He's around first on his way to second now. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
Pretty fortunate he was able to keep this ball fair. This is pretty close down the line. You see it winding up, one hopping the wall down there, and that allows him to cruise into second with 2 bases.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this. Ben Paulson heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Hit sharply toward the right side. And the leadoff man gone now to start the fifth.
Well, that one looked like for all the world it was a sure single leading off the inning. It was certainly hit hard enough, but evidently it was hit a little too hard as it winds up getting flagged down, and that's just a tough break.
Jose Reyes will stand in for the third time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Here's the first pitch to him. Out in front of it, strike one. Seven runs, 10 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Rockies thus far. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Around first, heading for second now. And that will hop over the wall now as he'll be awarded second base here. It's a ground rule double. In is Gerardo Parra. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. For Reyes, he's now one shy of a 40 double season. That's number 39 on the year. 1 out and a runner on second base. Line to the right side. Castillo is there. 2 down.
This ball's just hit way too hard to think about tagging up and trying for third, so he's just going to have to be happy where he is right there at second.
Brandon Geyer will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play, sometimes that's half the battle.
From the stretch. High and deep to right center field. Betts ranging back at the track. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Rockies strand 1. They're on top 7-1. Jackie Bradley Jr. comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the fifth.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
And you know what, guys? I have been really impressed so far. Not only has he used his fastball well, but he's also spotted it well. I mean, that is perfect location right on the knees.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Lyles looks in. Here's the 0-2. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
And sometimes this is all you have to do. Throw a ton of strikes and keep the ball in the yard. It's worked for him so far.
Mookie Betts stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Swing and a little tapper. That's a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Arenado will look this one in, and that's out number 2.
Yeah, not always an easy play heading toward the stands out there in left field. He's got a few different things to worry about over there, but he stays with it to make it look routine.
Stepping in now, Travis Shaw. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there, it's strike 1. Well, that pitch isn't going to light up the radar gun, but it's been effective.
Well, it doesn't have to. If you get that good movement and put it in the right spot, it's plenty good enough to do the job.
A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
Boy, he is putting on a clinic out there right now. These guys don't know what to look for.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Drilled right back up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
Dustin Pedroia will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game, and you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
And here's one that misses to Pedroia, and the count evens at 1-1.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. So now might be a good time to call on that 2-seamer running in.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Red Sox leave 1. They're down 7-1. Dustin Garneau makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning.
The catcher, number 13, Dustin Garneau.
Pitch on the way. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1.
That first pitch change can be a tough one. A guy doesn't have any point of reference to work from, and he just can't help himself up there.
Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. The 0-2 delivery. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Now, he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
Line toward right center, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Have a night. 4 trips to the plate, 4 hits. They can't get him out.
Charlie Blackmon will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
Into the seats, 0-1. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. This is pulled into right. In there, a base hit.
Oh, you talk about being comfortable at the plate. That's the way he's feeling it right now. 9 straight games with that base hit now.
Digging in and looking for more, Carlos Gonzalez. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today, and let's see if they can keep it going.
Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1.
That's such a good pitch to get ahead. Lefty on lefty. It's a big looping curveball. Makes it very difficult for the hitter to try and time what's coming next.
Grounded up the first baseline. Way to get dirty. To second for one. Safe.
Oh, love the effort, though.
Great effort, but that'll go into the books as a hit.
Oh, man, I'm going to give him a 9.5 on that play. He'd probably get a 10 if they could have turned 2 there, but I'll tell you, just getting the force at second was good enough for me.
Now a snap throw to first, but the runner's back easily. Here's Nolan Arenado. Hit hard towards second. Base hit, and that'll get a run in. So he's able to come through here with 2 away, and that's a good time to check out our RBI leaders on the league leaderboard.
Well, guys, he's one of the best in the league in that department right now. He's been very good at picking up his runners when he's had the chance, just like he did right there. He's the kind of impact bat that any team wants in their lineup.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Here's a swing, and oh man, way out of here. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. 29 home runs for him on the year as this lead got even wider.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of it.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Reyes. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1.
Oh, man, if you're a pitching coach, you might want to update your resume after this performance. His guys have been brutal.
4 runs here in this half inning. Here's another one that's drilled, this one to left, but that'll hit off the wall in left center. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Boy, we just saw one ball leave the yard, and this was pretty nearly a second one. It's just another mistaken location. You can see the ball out over the middle of the plate, and one good swing deserves another. And I'll tell you, they were pretty fortunate that this one only resulted in 2 bases, because that could have very easily turned into back-to-back jacks.
Gerardo Parra will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. Hit hard on the ground towards second. On to first, and it's in time as they're finally able to retire him. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. On to the bottom of inning number 6. The Rockies are out in front, 11-1. Pablo Sandoval gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team.
Pablo Sandoval.
And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. And good patience here from Sandoval. It's 2-0 now.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Back goes Gonzalez, still ranging back. And that is into the visitors' bullpen, a home run. A solo shot here for Pablo Sandoval, giving him an even 150. But they're going to need a few more here as they're still well behind.
Oh, what a good effort out there in right field. Remember, we saw Torrey Hunter have some problems with that wall in the postseason, but this ball's far enough into the bullpen that he had no shot at pulling this thing in.
Now batting.
Into the box, Rusney Castillo.
Rusney Castillo.
As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1.
Yeah, same pitch here from the home run ball, but this one's in a much better spot down at the knees.
Bases are empty here, nobody out. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes.
And it looks like the scouting report says, work this guy away, and it's been paying off.
And whoever put together that scouting report did a real nice job, because this whole team hasn't done much offensively at all.
A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. And the fastball easy to lay off that time. 2-2.
You know, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Still 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. On the ground to the left side. Gloved by Arenado. On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
And you know, he really doesn't have to throw that changeup all that much for it to be an effective pitch. And you can see what his breakdown is so far.
Blake Swihart digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. Now you see the Colorado skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. He'll wind up lasting just 1 out into the 6th inning, but he'll leave with the lead and was effective in this one. David Hale is on, and he'll take over on the mound.
Number 61, David Hale.
Now a right-hander has started to get loose in the Colorado bullpen. Low for ball 1. A chance here at least for this guy to get some work in what should be a fairly low-stress appearance.
Yeah, but it seems like these outings are where you relax a little bit too much, you give up 3 runs, and then watch your ERA climb by another point. He'll need to guard against that.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left, and that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit.
And from his perspective on the mound, I think that's exactly where he wanted to throw that pitch. You can see it's tailing down and out of the strike zone, but he just sticks his bat out there and winds up taking it the other way.
Brock Holt steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
And that's taken for strike one. Got him to go after that one, and he's in a quick hold, 0-2.
And with a runner on first here, you're playing right into the pitcher's hands if you go chasing pitches below the knees. You got to know the situation and make him bring something up in the zone.
Here it comes on 0-2. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are two gone.
And that changeup's not really a pitch you can sit on with 2 strikes. Because if he gives you that fastball, you'll be an hour late on it. That's a great job of not showing that pitch until he was ready to punch him out.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. Two out with the man at first. And it's quickly 0-2. Hard hit ball to second, but right there is the second baseman, and that will retire the side. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We're through 6 full. Colorado's out in front, 11-2. Welcome back to Fenway Park here in the great city of Boston. This one pretty much all over, but the shouting as we check our game summary to see how we've gotten to where we are. Junichi Tazawa will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Brandon Geyer will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
The designated hitter, Brandon Geyer.
Now a swing and a fly ball. Castillo sprinting after it, but this will wind up being a foul ball. The 0-1 on its way. He swings at the fastball here and lifts it into the air to shallow center. Betts comes on now, and he has it 1 down.
The catcher.
And this is all about taking charge out there. That's the center fielder's ball if he can get there. So he calls everybody off, and he makes the play easily.
Dustin Garneau gets another shot, and if you remember, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Fastball at 96 on the radar gun, and it's 1-1.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
1 out, nobody on. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Castillo is underneath this one, and that's out number 2.
Sometimes when you're facing the bottom third of an order, hey, just run it up there. Let him hit it. This is now back-to-back flyouts, and he hasn't had to work all that hard to get them.
Striding in and working on a terrific performance in this one, DJ LeMahieu, and we'll see if he can put together a rare 5-hit performance here. And a ball 1-0. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0. Push to the right side. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado. And it remains an 11-2 ball game. Jackie Bradley Jr. gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point.
Jackie Bradley Jr.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. And Bradley swings and misses at that offering, and he's deep in the hole, 0-2. And the pitch. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Now batting, center fielder
Mookie Betts stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Sent on the ground out to second. LeMahieu's got it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
up next for the Red
And that's
Sox.
a good guy to take
First
care of
baseman,
on one pitch,
Travis
especially on a swing like that.
Travis Shaw steps in, working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Now here's the pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike.
I like how he's approaching things here. He's got a good, safe lead, so he's not setting guys up or wasting a lot of pitches. He's coming right after everybody.
And he falls behind 0-2. Here it comes, 0-2. Hit hard on the ground to second. Oh, just a brutal hop, and it goes right by him. The throw into second. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. That won't help much. It's 11-2. Charlie Blackmon comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
Center fielder, Charlie Blackmon.
Hit hard up the middle. And this is going to be through into center field for a base hit as the leadoff man's aboard in the 8th.
Man, these guys have been aggressive here early in the count. And some people think, oh, you might want to take a pitch to start in that bat. And sometimes that's great, and it works out for a lot of people. But what you should be thinking is, I got to swing at strikes, and I got to get my pitch. And if it happens to come on the first pitch, let it rip.
Carlos Gonzalez stands in. He'll try to improve in this at-bat after grounding into a fielder's choice his last time up. He's set. Here it comes. Slapped hard the opposite way, but he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
In left field here at Fenway Park, you can afford to play a little bit shallow. Because think about it, any ball hit over your head is going to be off the monster anyway. So he's able to stay with this line drive and look it right in.
Here's Nolan Arenado. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Now a fork ball, but this will bounce near the plate for a ball.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
Outside, 3-0 now.
When you're already down by a bunch, this is where a guy's got to take some responsibility out there and start throwing some strikes.
Swinging away, and now the count will be 3-1. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Swinging a ball line hard towards short, and that's in there. Base hit. Runner takes the turn at second on his way to third. Well, he thought about going for third, and now that runner's in no man's land out there. And he is out, retreating to second as they slap the tag on him. Ben Paulson will stand in again as we flash you back here to inning number 6. This was his 3-run home run that's really been the key blow to this point in the ball game. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike one. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. The 0-1 pitch. 0-1 is a forkball in there for a called strike.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul. The 0-2 home. And that's lifted the other way out to left. Bradley is there. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. One left for Colorado, and it remains an 11-2 ball game. Dustin Pedroia digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning.
Well, you're facing a pretty big deficit in this game, so they need to start clawing their way back.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
Well, not close on either of these first two pitches. He's going to have to find the release point quick before he loses the leadoff guy.
Ground ball left side. Backhanded. And he'll turn and fire a desperation throw to first. And the throw will not be in time, as I don't think he was going to get him anyway, but a fine effort nonetheless.
But this would have taken a superhuman effort right here, deep in the hole. You see, he doesn't have time to plant himself, so he just leaps into the air, fires it across the diamond. Just a great effort, but this was always going to be a base hit.
Striding into the box, Pablo Sandoval. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Well, the last time that was a fastball, and it didn't really look like he got all of it, but the velocity of the pitch probably helped it a little bit, and he just snuck it out of here.
The 1-0 pitch. And that's in there for his strike 1-1.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time, he got the call.
Drilled on the ground to short. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. The throw pulls him off the bag.
And they continue to rack up the hits. That puts runners on first and second now. But, as we always say, it's what you do with all those base runners that's important. And so far, they haven't done a whole lot. Just take a look at our score.
In now, Rusney Castillo. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
That hits the outside corner. It's strike one.
Now with 2 on, nobody out, you got to be thinking strikeout double play out there on the mound. One or the other is what you really need.
First and second here with nobody out.
Nope.
And he lays off for ball one.
Oh, he wanted that one. Probably should have got it, too.
Now a swing and a ball hit in the air down the left field line. Parra moves over near the line as he puts it away for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, that's just a good pitch right there. That's a two-seam fastball working its way back inside, and he's probably fortunate he didn't break his bat. He winds up getting this one right down there on the label, and he's retired.
Into the box now, Blake Swihart, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. That evens it up 1-1. The set and the 1-1 pitch. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. First and second now, one man out. To 2-2 now. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Set to deal on 2-2. And this ball's hit sharply toward the first base coaching box. It's a foul ball. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Taken high and deep to right. Gonzalez going back, and just short of a home run. This ball's off the wall. And to score, the runner from second.
Well, this was going to get one home easily, and I thought that they might get 2 out of this. You're going to see this ball bangs off the wall on the fly, and they'll wind up holding that second runner at third base. So it's an RBI double with a chance now to maybe bring home a couple more.
Brock Holt will stand in to keep things going, and I don't know, Steve, is the comeback on?
Well, at the very least, I like that they're showing some character out there. You never want to go down without a fight, so they're going to make these final at-bats count.
And a fastball's in there for strike one.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
Here comes the 0-1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. Runners are at second and third with 1 down. Lifted in the air out to right. On the move is Gonzalez. In to score, the runner from third. And the runner from second is in to score.
The shortstop, number 2, Sander Bogarts.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. And this pitch is hit rather sharply toward the third base coaching box. It's a foul ball. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Well, this is kind of a tough trade-off here in that leadoff spot. For the most part, he's been a pretty productive hitter at the top of the lineup, but the strikeouts just keep mounting up. And I don't care if you have leadoff type speed. If you're not putting the ball in play, you're not getting on base.
Here's Jackie Bradley now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, you've just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position.
The 0-1 delivery. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Now remember, he does have a base open here if he needs it, but this inning's already taken a big toll on him so far, so I'm not sure he'd want to make it any longer than he has to.
And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. 3 runs already home here. Strike 3, and that'll put an end to a big inning. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. We've played 8 full. Rockies lead it 11-5. Some of the hustle and bustle from historic Boston, Mass, as we're set for the remainder of this one from Fenway. Jose Reyes will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Seems he's earned himself another inning.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence, but he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
Oh, and you wonder if maybe he decided beforehand just to take a pitch up there first. Too bad for him, because that thing was right down Broadway.
Breaks his bat as this one's popped up, and he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first out.
Well, he's not going to like the fact that he broke his bat. That's the one that's got all the hits in it.
Gerardo Parra steps in and perhaps looking to drive another one out of the park just like he did in the second. Now the pitch. In the air out to left. Bradley has a read on it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
As a manager, you love your relievers to come in and give you plenty of strikeouts. But I'll tell you what, there isn't a manager alive that'll get upset when you come in and get 2 outs on 3 pitches.
Brandon Geyer will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Hot shot on the ground is short. Bogaerts has it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So nothing happening this time around. Heart of the order 3, 4, and 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Rockies 11 and the Red Sox 5. Striding in to start the 9th, Mookie Betts. And they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one. Fouled back. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. One away.
Nice. A good pitch there to record the out. You can see on the graphic with 39 strikes, his ball-to-strike ratio is way out of whack. Just seems like guys are up there swinging at just about everything he's throwing.
Travis Shaw stands in. He was hosed at second trying to stretch a base hit into a double in his last at-bat.
You know what? I'm not sure if that was on him or the first base coach, but it obviously didn't work out. It took a good throw to get him, though.
In there, no balls and a strike. That misses wide. One ball and one strike. Bases are empty, one man out. One and two now as that one's fouled off. And now a ball hit pretty well down that right field line. This has some carry to it, and it is gone. Home run. A solo shot down the line in right. Number 28 on the season as they try to claw back. It's a 5-run deficit.
Yeah, and that's what you're paying your big horse to do out there. I think he knew he wasn't going to get a fastball right there, so he just stays back as long as he can and then just explodes right through the zone.
The second baseman, number 15.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. Hit hard back up the middle, and that's through for a hit.
A good job here. Stays inside the ball well, doesn't roll over, and just shoots this ball right back up the middle.
Pablo Sandoval comes forward as he'll try to replicate what he did back in the 6th, that being a home run, of course. From the stretch. On the ground to the right side. Oh, and he nonchalanted that one as it costs him and goes right by him. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
I tell you, when you're on a hot streak like this guy's been on, everything you touch turns to gold. I mean, this is not a particularly great swing. It's not hit hard at all, but sure enough, it finds a hole, and at average, it'll climb a few more points.
Rusney Castillo will stand in now, and hey, give these guys credit. They're not going down without a fight.
I'll tell you what, they're not too far away from making a game out of this one after all.
From the belt, kicks and deals. And he lays off there 1-0.
Well, you know, 3 straight hits are bad enough, but now he's making things even worse by falling behind the next guy.
Runners are at first and second with 1 away. And here's a fastball in for strike 1. 91 miles an hour that time. And he takes a called strike 2. One and two, here it comes. And a bouncing ball, foul. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. Reyes on to first, and he rolls the double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
Yeah, what a nice job to come in here and finish this one off. And with that, he picks up career save number 1. So nice going.
And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Well, he winds up with 3/4 of the cycle. Couldn't quite squeeze in the triple, but that's all right. He definitely did enough to earn himself the hardware.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click on over to theshownation.com. The Rockies come out on top 11-6. Good night from Fenway.